up, everybody? This is Scott Waters, and welcome to NoLifeTilMetal. It's time for another rock metal update. Yeah, time for another rock metal update. This is going to be all vinyl, no 7-inch singles, 10-inch singles, no CDs, just strictly 12-inch vinyl. Got quite a bit to show, so I'm just going to get right into it. First one up, this is No Fuel Left for the Pilgrims by Danish hard rockers DAD, formerly Disneyland After Dark. This was their third full-length album, I believe. Their first release in the United States on Warner Brothers. Had a couple of hits on it, minor hits, and Sleeping My Day Away and Jihad. Great album. Kind of has it's hard rock. It's kind of got almost like a hard to explain. It's got a bit of a country vibe to it, but country is not the right word. It's definitely hard rock. Kind of has a little bit of that 80s pop metal feel to it. This was released in '89, I believe, but it also has a bit of a western or country edge to it. Not sure exactly how to explain it. Check out either one of the songs, "Sleeping My Day Away" or "Jihad" on YouTube, and it'll give you an idea what I'm talking about. This is actually the second DAD album I received in a week. I had purchased this one on eBay for, I can't remember how much, but I was a minimum bidder. And the same week I received a gift from Kenneth, who is a vinyl community member. He sent me their fourth album, so it's kind of funny. I got two DAD albums in the same week. If you're interested in seeing that video, I just posted it just last week, and I'll put a link above for it. Independent release from Tangier. This was sent to me by a harder metal board poster named Vexer 6, and I've given this one a couple of spins, and it's okay. I'm gonna have to give it a few more spins. Honestly, it's kind of 80s melodic hard rock. I don't even want to call it pop metal or hair metal, because it's not really metal at all. Kind of, I don't know, hard to explain. I think it's more like in the like the Pretty Maids, more recent Pretty Maids albums, or I'm trying to think of who else it might sound like. But it's kind of that melodic hard rock stuff. Big hooks, big drum sound, very 80s sounding. This was an independent release, not even on a record label that I can see. Wolf Records. Like I said, independent release, Tangier. I believe this was their first full-length release, and they did end up getting a major label contract after a while. And I do have some of their other stuff on CD. And I wish I could think of who else they sound like. Bonfire, maybe? Germany Bonfire. That's another kind of comparison I put them with. Anyhow, 1982, Samson. Before the Storm, after the release of Bruce, who went on to be with Iron Maiden, Samson released this album, and I did just show this album in my 1982 top video, and I did just get this album in time for that video, so I thought I better show this one too, because I just received it. Features new vocalist. I almost said Paul Sampson, who's obviously the guitar player. No. Nicky Moore. Had to look at it. Nicky Moore is a new singer, and there's a picture of him right there at the top. As well, I received this 12-inch single, EP, whatever you want to call it. 4-song EP, 2 studio tracks on side A, 2 live tracks on side B. It's got the classic Samson logo on the front of it. And rest in peace, Paul Sampson, who died a few years ago. Classic new wave of British heavy metal stuff right here. I really like it. And I think Nicky Moore's a great vocalist. Don't know why Samson wasn't, one of the upper echelon bands, but they just never were, especially in the United States. One I picked up locally for $3 in really good condition. This is Wishbone Ash, Hot Ash. This is a live album from '82, I believe. Let's see, just double check myself. '81, that was close. From '81. I haven't heard this one yet. I just picked this up on Friday. Went on a little record store run. Found a few records in really good condition at Charlie's Records in Albuquerque. Picked up this for myself and a few albums for some VC members I knew they were looking for. I'm looking forward to checking it out. Maybe one of you guys have heard this record, and kind of curious, what do people think of this? Have you heard of it? Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know. Next up, this one I've never heard either. This is another pickup for $3 or $4 at Charlie's as well. This is Chilliwack. This is one of their '70s albums. Sent a picture of this off to SMF Captain Howdy in Canada. Asked him what he thought of it. He said he really liked it, so I'm gonna give it a spin. Again, never heard of it. So some of you Canadians who know Chilliwack well, maybe you could let me know what you think of this album. Can't remember the year on this. I knew it's a 70s album, 76. So looking forward to checking it out. I do like 70s hard rock, and I've been getting into a lot of Canadian rock, so you know I'm sure I'll dig on that. Another Canadian band, I also picked this one up at Charlie's. This one was like $3 as well, in really, really good condition. I don't know why I didn't have this one in my collection yet, but this is Progressions of Power by Triumph. One of their classic records, you know, Canadian power trio. Several hits on this record. I think. I can't remember what they were though. But I haven't actually spun this vinyl yet, but of course I've had this on CD forever, so I've heard it a bazillion times. So, classic Triumph record. I believe this was their 4th studio record, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Triumph. What year was this one anyhow? Does it say on here? 1980. This is on RCA Records, and it's got an Attic logo on the bottom too. I don't know if you can see that in the video or not, but Attic Records. But also, it's actually on RCA. So this is an American pressing. This next stack of records came in as a group, and they were $6-7 each, but they came in a stack of 5 records, so it was just under $30 for 5 records. All 150 gram vinyl, all colored vinyl. This is Crocus, and it came with, like I said, 5 records. These are the Back in Black reissues. This is the only one I've played so far. I've taken it out and already put it into a new sleeve. Headhunter, which is probably my favorite Crocus album. They're all gatefolds. Like I said, 150 gram vinyl, 180 gram vinyl. It actually says right on there, 180 gram vinyl. All colored vinyl. This one sounded great. So yeah, I was really happy to get these. I already have almost all the Crocus albums, but at $6-7 a piece for a brand new colored vinyl, 180 gram, couldn't pass it up. So I grabbed the whole stack. So here you go. Here's here's Headhunter. I did take soap. I just haven't taken them off. The rest of these are still sealed. Here is the Blitz, which personally I think is one of their weakest albums. One Vice at a Time, which is fantastic, killer record. Like I said, this is a gatefold as well. And Hardware, another AC/DC inspired. I want to say new wave of British heavy metal, but obviously they're not from UK. But that inspiration, you know, that era. And then finally, another classic. This is Little Rendezvous. And again, this is a gatefold, still sealed. Haven't heard it yet, but like I said, I already have this on vinyl, have it on CD. Now I have a 180 gram vinyl version of it, so very cool. And as well, another Charlie's pickup that I found one day while I was in there. One of the few Crocus albums I was missing from my vinyl collection. This is Heart Attack. I think I paid like $7 or $8 for this one, which is actually more than I would normally pay for a Crocus record because you can find them almost everywhere. Every time I go to Phoenix and I hit the record shops out there, the Crocus records are just everywhere. But this one was in pristine condition. As you can see, there's no ring wear whatsoever. Very clean, and the record looked like it had never been played. And there's no cut marks, no sawtooths. And most of the time I see this record, it has a sawtooth or a cut or major ring wear, so I grabbed it. $7 worth it to me. A solid record, a solid comeback record for them after releasing a couple of pop metal albums. This was a good, solid 80s, 70s, 80s style heavy metal album. This next album is killer. I got this one on CD. I did the Kickstarter for this band, I'm going to say 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago. Huge Raven Lunatic, and this is Extermination. Super excited to get this. I got the CD version as well, as I also got the bonus CD, which is called Party Killers. They also released Party Killers on vinyl, which I didn't get as part of the Kickstarter. I don't know why. I must not have seen it, didn't buy it, but I actually found out about the vinyl by watching one of Greeno's videos, and he was playing in the background. So I immediately called Greeno, and I'm like, dude, where'd you get that from? Turns out John Gallagher lives near Greeno, and must have been taking stacks of the vinyl to the local record shop to sell. So he picked his up at a local record shop, which is cool. So Greeno is looking into picking up a copy of the same record for me, so I'll have both records on vinyl. But this is a gatefold. It is a double album set. It is on a really cool emerald green vinyl. It also came with a free CD version of it, which I love when bands do that. It's a gatefold. And I'll show you the vinyl as well, since it's this cool green color. I probably should have showed you some of the crocus vinyl, because there's some pretty nice colors too. Very deep, dark emerald green. It's a solid green too. There's not a lot of vinyl coming out now have the splatter or the marbling effect. This is just a solid. Here's what the inner sleeves look like. Very nice packaging. Very nice release and fantastic music. This is definitely one of Raven's best albums. I mean, this ranks right up there with Rock Until You Drop, All For One, Wiped Out. You know, all those classic records that Raven released back in the 80s. Easily one of their best. Title track, Destroy All Monsters, is awesome, which was also named one of their live albums from the past. Trying to remember what other albums on here. Firebirds Within, Scream, Thunder Down Under, which is an ode to Bon Scott and AC/DC, Silver Bullet, River of No Return. There's a bonus track on here called Malice in Goldie Land. I'm not sure why they call it a bonus track, because it's on everything I've seen, vinyl and the CD issue that I have. So, regardless, Raven, classic band. I love Raven. I actually have my Raven collection on vinyl video that I showed 6 months ago. I'll put a link to that so you guys can click on it in case you hadn't seen it. Great album. This next one was some VCLT from my good buddy SMF Captain Howdy, the Cap, John Hockley. This is AC/DC Live at River Plate. This is a 3-album set. And the reason I didn't do a live opening of this, well, I can't really explain it without blowing the reason for it. I can't really tell you the reason for it. It's not that big a deal. It's just, actually, I think the people who John bought several of these, and he had them sent to me. And I helped him by sending some VCLT to other people. So that's what happened. I just didn't want to spoil it, but I think those other people already received their records. So, yeah, I haven't even opened this yet. Still sealed, brand new, 3-record set. I think it's black vinyl. I don't know. I haven't looked yet. I do a live opening, but I'm not wearing jeans. I'm wearing shorts, and I don't have a knife, so don't want to wreck it. Oh, it's pressed on red vinyl. It says right there, pressed on red vinyl. I can read. Right on. Looking forward to checking this out. I don't even have this one on CD, which is one of the few ECC records I didn't have. Though I do have the 7-inch single from this record, so that's very cool. Thank you, John. You rule. I'll put a link to John's channel, SMF Captain Howdy, below. Next up, this is a soundtrack to Black Roses, a movie I've never seen. Looks kind of bizarre. Kind of looks like the back, some photos there. Kind of looks like, you know, B-rate horror. It's apparently a film about heavy metal somehow. But half the songs on here are by a band called Black Roses, which essentially is King Cobra, with Alex Massey playing guitar on a lot of this stuff. And there's also Lizzie Borden. There is one actual King Cobra song under the name King Cobra, Tempest, Hollow's Eve, and Bang Tango. But the rest of the songs are all by this band called Black Roses. Like I said, never seen the movie, did check out the soundtrack, quite enjoyed it. It's not real heavy, it's kind of that melodic heavy metal style from the 80s that King Cobra did. Other than the song D.I.E. by Hollow's Eve, which is just, you know, pure thrash metal, and I love Hollow's Eve, Death and Insanity album, so that song is fantastic. Very cool soundtrack record. Oh, this is a grail. This is one that I didn't think I'd ever find on vinyl. Another Canadian band, one that I'm really into, and I've been into for a long time. And I've had this album on CD for a long time, but finding it on vinyl, impossible. I didn't even realize it was released on vinyl, but apparently it was a special edition released in Canada of Back for Another Taste. This was 1990. This was basically the last Helix record for a while, and it was the last on a major label as far as I know. This is on EMI, and this has some classic stuff on here, but one of my favorite songs is Heavy Metal Cowboys. I mean, come on, you gotta love a song called Heavy Metal Cowboys, right? Cover's bizarre. It's got a CD-size cover on there with this kind of generic-looking front and limited edition album. I don't know how limited edition it is. There's no numbers on it that I knew about. Regardless, I've never seen one before on vinyl, so I was real happy to pick this up. From what I'm told, there are a few releases that have the full cover like this that are bootlegs as well. But this is an official release on EMI Records from Canada. Next one up was I haven't heard yet. This was given to me by, again, this is another one. Vexer6 sent me. He would like to see it reviewed on NoLifeTilMetal, and it will be. This is John Kay and Steppenwolf, Paradox. Anybody heard this record? I haven't heard it yet. I'm curious. This is, you know, Steppenwolf, of course, a classic band. I have a lot of their 60s, early 70s stuff. Never really dug into this 80s stuff. This is on Attic Records, so this is must be a, this has to be a Canadian import. And I believe this is from the 80s. I can't find a year on here anywhere, so regardless, anybody heard this record? Leave a comment below, let me know what you think of it. I do like the old Steppenwolf stuff. Haven't heard this one. Moving on, this came from California from my good buddy Bill Bafford. This is Twisted Sister, The Price. Anybody watching my channel knows I'm a huge Twisted Sister fan, have been since I was a kid. And I did do a full Twisted Sister collection video, which I will put a link to if you want to see that. But this is a promo single for the Price, which is off of Stay Hungry. It's a ballad, but it's a great ballad. I really enjoy it. Not a huge ballads guy, but that's a good song in my opinion. Of course, you know, take that with a grain of salt, being that I'm a Twisted Sister fanatic. So this is a cool one. I've never seen this one before. I never knew this existed. When I did my 1982 video over at Trog's place in Arizona, we were flipping through vinyl trying to find stuff to show in the video, and I ran through 2 copies of Rush Through Time. And I believe this was kind of like 1981 or 82 this came out. It's a compilation record, but it's got an awesome live cover on here. And it's a compilation of their 70s material. Fly By Night, Making Memories, Bastille Day, Something for Nothing, Cinderella Man, Anthem, Overtures, Temples of the Syrinx, try it again, The Twilight Zone, Best I Can, Closer to the Heart, and In the End. I never knew this existed. This is a German pressing. He had 2, didn't even realize this, so he gave me one. So there you go. Thanks, Trog. And Rushing Through Time, another to add to the Rush collection. These 2 I picked up out in California when I was out there. I may have showed one of these in a video, in my video with Bill Bafford. Can't remember. This completes my 80s girl school collection, but this is a Japanese pressing of Screaming Blue Murder. Very excited to get this. As well as Play Dirty, a Japanese pressing. Both these are in pristine condition. I mean, they look like they were played. Both are, what do you call it, demo versions, or, you know, you can see up here it's got the little red Japanese demo, is what it says. I believe that's what that says, demo, demonstration. But yeah, they're on bronze records. Both have the OBI slips, both have the inserts, both sound fantastic. Yeah, let's see here, there's the insert inside of here. They both look about the same, other than, there you go, the Japanese lyrics insert. And then there's the US lyrics on the other side, the English lyrics. Yeah, I was a huge girl school fan, so I was real excited to find those 2 Japanese pressings. And they were both under 20 bucks, well under 20 bucks. I think, I can't remember the exact price, but it was around $15 each for these. Yeah, girl school. New wave of British heavy metal band, girl school. Moving on, because I still have a lot to show. I haven't heard this one yet either. I've got a lot of new stuff, so I haven't been able to listen to all of it. But this is some glam metal from Prince's Pang. I did check out a couple songs on YouTube, which I enjoyed. This is another one. I'm looking forward your input. So if you guys have heard this band, let me know what you think of them. Obviously, they look very glammy, almost sleazy, which is cool because I do like the sleaze metal. When it comes to glam, I like the heavier side of it. You know, it kind of has to have that heavier guitars, the dirty guitars, the grit, the reverb, as opposed to the cleaner sound. You know. I don't know. I just like it, the heavier, grittier sound, like Dirty Looks or Cinderella, as opposed to the Tangier, which is, you know, cleaner and doesn't have as much to it. Hard to put into words sometimes what I'm trying to say, but anyhow, I'll check this out. Like I said, if any of you guys know anything about this band, we'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Some thrash metal from Slaughterhouse Face the Reality. Had this one on CD. Album I've been listening to and loved for years. They had this at oldies.com. I took a gamble. I'm not a big fan of oldies.com because almost everything I've ordered from them has been warped. This one came and it was not warped, and I was very happy. It's not even, doesn't even have a cut. A lot of stuff you get from oldies.com, the older stuff that they have that's cheaper, it's, you know, corner cuts or big V's cut, or it has a line through it. This one was in immaculate condition, and it's Metal Blade Music for Nations pressing. Great speed thrash metal album. Highly recommend checking them out on YouTube. And I don't know if oldies.com still has copies available, but if they do, snag it. Good price, well worth picking up. Along with that, I picked up this one, Fastway on Target, which is one of the few Fastway albums I didn't have on vinyl. This was Fastway trying to be more radio friendly. It's still a solid album. I enjoy it. It's just not quite as raw and heavy rocking as, you know, on Target or the very first self-titled Fastway album. And of course different vocalists too. This was the introduction, I believe, the introduction of, was it Lee Hart? Is that his name? Let's see if they got him on here somewhere. By the way, playing in the background is, I should have grabbed it to show it to you. I'm going to grab it. Playing in the background is Tormund Maxed. It's a progressive band from US. I've been playing this album a lot recently. I don't know why. All of a sudden I pulled it out of my collection, hadn't heard it in a while. Played it like 3 or 4 times in the last few days. And I'm pretty sure that the vocalist on this name is Lee Hart. I don't see it on here anywhere. Oh, there it is. Vocals, Lee Hart. Fastway, UK. By this time I would call this, you know, straightforward hard rock. Big, heavy, melodic hooks. Good stuff. Not great, like I said, but a good album. Let's see, what do we got going on left here? A lot of stuff I haven't opened yet. Let me show this one. This is cool. This is the new Scorpions record, Return to Forever. I did open this one. I did spin a couple times. It's not bad. It's nowhere, you know, nowhere near the atrocity of, what was it, that one, Face to Eye. Ugh, that was horrible. If you want to read something funny, check out my review of Scorpions Eye to Eye on NoLifeTilMetal.com. I think it's funny. But anyhow, this is a classic 80s sound for the Scorpions. Very melodic, slightly heavy. I wouldn't call this anywhere near as heavy as their, you know, anything Blackout or before. I'd say it's more, you know, like the mid 80s stuff. But a solid album nonetheless. Kind of a cool cover. It says like a crown. I can't tell what it's made up of. It does have speakers on it and some other odd stuff, but guitar picks in there. There's all kinds of stuff in there, but from far away it just looks like a crown, but it's actually made up of a bunch of different stuff. And this is a gatefold. I guess I can take that out of here and show you real quick. Everybody hates that sound, but what can I tell you? There's the gatefold. And I think this is just on black vinyl. Could be wrong. I did take this out, but yeah, black vinyl. So, Scorpions. I'll put that back in momentarily. I'm running slow here, so let me just keep cranking. I think I showed this one in a video already, but I'm going to show it again because I couldn't find me showing it. So, this is Holy Grail, one of the new wave of traditional heavy metal bands. This is Crisis in Utopia. As well, I picked up Ride the Void. Now, I think this is actually the one I might have shown, and I still haven't opened this one. This is brand new, still sealed. I picked this up in San Diego at the San Diego Metal Swap for $9, I believe. And I think it was LJ who told me that I needed to pick up Crisis in Utopia, so I grabbed that, and before I spun that one, I popped this one open and spun it, and it's fantastic. I want to say very Judas Priest inspired, heavy metal, not thrash, not speed, just pure heavy metal. Great stuff from 2010, I believe it was. Yeah, so there you go. Holy Grail, Crisis in Utopia. Cool record cover as well. As well, this is Ride the Void. All right, next up, pick this one up brand new. I love this band. I have almost everything they've done, either on CD or vinyl, and a lot of it on both. This is their album from 2014, which for some reason I didn't grab it as soon as it came out, which is unusual. I just have so much music to listen to. Sometimes I just don't go out and buy the new stuff because I have so much stuff to sit and listen to, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But anyhow, this is Gravedigger, Return of the Reaper. And as I said, this is brand new, still sealed. What the heck, let's do a live opening here. This is a gatefold, so I can just pop this one open pretty easy. I don't keep the plastic wrap on them, I rip it off and I put them in sleeves. See what we got inside. I'm assuming it's black vinyl. 2-album set, gatefold. And the vinyl. Yep, black vinyl. And it does have a custom center ring. Here's the custom center ring on the Gravedigger. I love Gravedigger, so now that I have this popped open, this will be played today. I'm home for the rest of the day, and my only plans are do this video, listen to some music, and relax. So don't get days like that very often. Record Store Day release from 2015. Thanks to Bill Rocks, who picked this up in California for me because none of the stores here had it. This is the very first Hawkwind. I've been missing this in my collection forever. Been on a ton of times on eBay. I don't understand why people are willing to pay more than records are worth on eBay. I would bid what it's worth. People would always overbid me. So finally, this one came out again this year. I believe it's 180 gram vinyl. It is a gatefold. It sounds fantastic. I do have this one. I have listened to this one rather. Oops. And it just sounds great. But it's on a yellow vinyl. It does have the Parlophone label. So it's made to look like a classic album, but it is a brand new 2015 Record Store Day release. And I don't remember if I showed you the gatefold, but here's the gatefold. Very cool artwork. Always love the front cover of this. And this is pre-Lemmy Motorhead, pre-Lemmy Hawkwind. So yeah, fantastic album. I wouldn't call this metal or even hard rock, although some people describe these guys as proto-metal, possibly. But this is just pure psychedelia. Is that a word? Psychedelia? Psychedelic rock? Okay. This is another one that from Record Store Day that Bill picked up for me, and this is Candlemass Live. This is 2 is a double album, still sealed on my listen to list. Probably will be today since I've got some time to listen to it. This is Doom, epic doom metal live. And I think it's on Metal Blade. I think this is the first time this was ever released on vinyl. I actually do have the CD of this, but had to have the vinyl, especially since it was a limited edition release. I'm very happy to have it. Getting to the bottom of the pile. So these next two are very cool. Of course, everyone knows I'm a Ted Nugent fanatic. Did my Ted Nugent? Did I show my Ted Nugent collection yet? No, I haven't done a Ted Nugent video. I have to do one of those pretty soon because that's going to be a long one. Longer than the Aerosmith one, actually. And I'm as big an Aerosmith fan as I am Ted Nugent, but. This one is both Aerosmith and Ted Nugent related. This is California Jam. This is a pre-release promotional thing from California Jam. This is not live. This is studio tracks, and this record was sent to radio stations to play to hype up the California Metal Jam 2 concert that was in obviously California. I couldn't go. Obviously, I wasn't old enough. In 1978, I was not old enough to go to a concert, especially in another state because I didn't live in California. I lived in New Jersey at the time. Would have loved to have gone. It's one of my favorite all-time concerts. I've seen it on DVD. I have the the double album set. I've got bootlegs of the entire sets of most of the bands that I like. It featured Heart, Santana, of course Ted Nugent, Frank Marino, and Aerosmith were the headliners. Ted Nugent was one of the ones who stole the show that day. It's great show. Anyhow, very cool to have this. I saw it on eBay, bid the minimum and won it, which is very cool because I've never seen this before. White label promo. Features Dave Mason, Let Go, Let It Flow, Ted Nugent, Yank Me Crank Me, Santana, She's Not There, Heart, Kings and Queens, Heart, Barracuda, Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever, Frank Marino, Johnny Be Good, Dave Mason, We Just Disagree, Santana, Black Magic Woman, Aerosmith, Draw the Line, and Heart, Kick It Out. kind of curious. I haven't spun this one yet, and I just received this not too long ago. If this is a mislabel, Heart Kings and Queens. I wonder if it's Aerosmith Kings and Queens, because otherwise there's 3 Heart songs on here and only 1 Aerosmith song, which seems odd since Aerosmith's the headliner, but I'll check it out. Anyhow, maybe by the time I do this video, I'll figure it out and be able to put the notes in the bottom if the Heart was mislabeled. But I've never seen this before, so I'm very happy to have it. And I do have 2 copies of the California Metal double album as well. This is the Source NBC Radio's Young Adult Network, the Ted Nugent special. This is an interview with Ted, and they play a ton of music, 2 record set, live material, studio material, and interviews. I listened to this whole thing one afternoon. I just dig anything Nugent, and I saw this on eBay. Another one I bid the minimum for, and you know, vinyl on eBay has gotten ridiculous with the resurgence of vinyl. You know, you're lucky to get vinyl for under 20 bucks at all. And I bid on this one. I can't remember how much it was. It was not real expensive. It was definitely under 20 bucks. No one else bid on it, so I got it. Very happy to have it. The Source Ted Nugent Radio Special. And there's nothing special about this. That's all the artwork there is, just the center ring. So, and then finally, these last 2, I showed this one once already, and I did an entire episode of box sets on this one. This is the Ted Nugent live Motor City Mayhem 6,000th concert, and I'll put a link to that below so you can see the whole thing. But along with that, this is a Back in Black 3-record reissue. I also grabbed Ted Nugent Sweden Rocks, which is also live. Features some of the same songs in that one, but features a few that aren't on there. Stormtrooper and Wango Tango, Snakeskin Cowboy, Free For All, Wang Dang, Sweet Poontang, Raw Dogs and War Hogs, an underrated song. He doesn't play live that often. Soul Man, Hey Baby, Dog Eat Dog, Still Raising Hell, another rarity track. Cat Scratch Fever, Stranglehold, and Great White Buffalo. And this is a 2-album set, gatefold. I believe it's on colored vinyl, but again, I haven't opened this up. Hey, we'll do a live opening right now. Check it out, right? Why not? Let's see what color the vinyl is. Might be black. It doesn't say. I like black vinyl. So this is a gatefold. So I'll show it to you guys for the first time. There you go. And the vinyl looks to be, it's got a custom Nugent center ring. And it looks like the vinyl is black. It is definitely 180 gram. It's heavy vinyl. There you go. Sweden Rocks. Ted Nugent. So that's it. That is my update for May and the beginning of June. Might even gone back a little further into April. Can't remember when the last time I did a 12-inch vinyl update was. So that's it for this edition. Like I said, there's several of these things I hadn't heard, so I hope you guys might know something about them. You want to chat some music with me, because that's why I do these videos. I like chatting music with you guys. So that's it. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't. And that's it. God bless and stay strong.